Man, I have to say, someone needs to give the Poor Man Podcast the Medal of Honor. He went straight behind enemy lines and had all those dumb feminists whining and crying. No doubt. But yep, it's me again. They hate us. This is why they give a fuck about us at the same time. I am your host, JD Miles. The MGTOWs, they love to hate. Even the ones that claim everybody loves to hate them, loves to hate MGTOW at the same time, which is why they keep us relevant to this very day. And I'm back again for tonight's topic of discussion. Red Pill behind enemy feminist lines. And that's a good title right there. But fellas, don't y'all find it funny how these feminists always want to call themselves want to be all up in the red pill, the manosphere, these male spaces. These feminists always want to call themselves infiltrating these male spaces. But at the moment, a red pill invades their space. Now all of a sudden it's a problem. Now all of a sudden those same rules don't apply. Now all of a sudden the energy changes. But then again, these dumb feminists should have known this shit was going to come. They keep invading these male spaces. Eventually, these male spaces will then come to them. But before we go further, shout out to Jesus Said. No. Shout out to the Poor Man Podcast. I'll leave the full link to the video in the description box. Go check it out. But let's get down to business, shall we? And before we even begin, let's see what this says. Women's rights are human rights. Okay. Abortion is health care. What do they say? I don't care. Women don't need men. Of course women don't need men. They don't need men to pay their bills. They don't need men to fix things that get broken. They don't need men to get them free meals. And yes, fellas, we all know this for a fact. They don't need men to give them donations for their OnlyFans smut. Nope, they don't need men for none of that. Their body count only matters to weak men. 304 logic right there. They just don't want men to call out their 304 behavior. Stop proving us right or don't. And how is anyone proving these dumb feminists right? I don't get it. But let's go back for the one I saved for last. Red pillars are weak and sad. Well, you dumb retarded fuck ass feminists, let's put that notion to the test. You see, Poor Man Podcast went behind enemy lines and crashed their little hangout. How would they react to a red pillar being all up in their space? And rightfully so. After all, it's these retarded fuck-ass feminists who always want to be in the red pill space, the manosphere space, and all these other male spaces. But how are they gonna react when a red pill invades their space? Let's find out, shall we?
So in the Western Hemisphere, or in the Western world, right, like in the Western civilizations, right, we understand that we're ruled underneath the patriarchy. So that's kind of what we're talking about,
yes,
right?
But the whole point is, if women were so much better, then they wouldn't have to be ruled under the patriarchy.
Right. So men.
I'm getting cooked.
And I was I was just trying to join the discussion, but it actually, I mean, I don't even know if there's any ground to be made here. I've seen the thing that said women don't need men, and that's just.
Are you gonna get really sensitive and not be able to talk about it? Do you need a minute? We can give you a minute.
Women play rugby. We don't need you.
I know. I used to play rugby. Yeah, women do play rugby.
I know.
And it's
We don't need you.
what did that have to do with anything? That doesn't make any
And
sense.
getting lifted by your trousers hurts way worse as a woman, just saying.
Yeah, but what point are you trying to make?
Oh,
What point is she trying to
You
make?
don't need men, or you need men to like live or whatever. But I just want to point out that women play rugby. It's like,
Yeah, but this. Yeah,
Anyways.
no, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't have any correlation.
I don't care.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying. I'm pointing out the
I
fact
don't
that it
give
doesn't
a
have
flying
correlation.
fuck.
That's fine.
Okay, do you have a point you want to get to?
Yeah, well, I guess the point is women would absolutely need men. I don't know in what world women would need men. Men protect men protect women from all of the harshness of reality and nature.
What?
Specifically.
Hold on. Like what?
Like nature.
Oh, men protect women from nature.
Because I'm assuming you're in a world where
Yeah, let that woman go to the bear, and that bear decided to have her for breakfast. She will. I bet you 500 she's gonna be calling for a man to shoot to kill that bear. Yeah, out the gate. Let's continue.
yeah, absolutely.
When you walk around with like an umbrella just to make sure that like we work. Are you like, oh, I got you.
Wait, I gotta ask. Can you?
No, but we build your homes.
Headphones around.
Trish, hold on.
Thunder's too loud.
No, but we build your homes so you can get coverage from those things. Yeah.
Do you know who built my home?
Wait,
Doesn't matter. I don't have to know. I know statistically speaking, it was majority men.
That's fine. You built my house, and then I bought it.
Yeah, but you still needed the men to build it and set up the systems and the payment systems for you to buy it. And you still need men to maintain it. Like, what are we talking about?
Definitely not.
Absolutely so, yes. All of the maintenance, all of the plumbing, electricity is done predominantly by men.
Stop. He's gish galloping. Dude, I do the maintenance for my house.
Well, good for you, ma'am. You do your own maintenance. But that does not negate the fact that the vast majority of houses getting built, worked on, maintained, is all done by men. Something you dumb feminists cannot wrap your head around. This is the reason why y'all trying to deflect. Because of quote unquote, y'all don't need a man. But let's continue.
My house.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It was built by men.
It wasn't built by you though.
Doesn't have to be built by me.
Can you build a house?
Oh boy, here they go. Here they go with their deflector shields. Oh, but you didn't build that house. Still does not negate the fact. Fellas, strap in your seatbelts. This is why I call facts versus feelings. Logic versus emotions. Let's continue.
Build a
The
house?
prompt isn't do women need
Can you
me. The
build a
prompt is
house?
do women need men.
Can you build a house?
No, but the prompt isn't do women need me. The prompt is do women need
Of course you
men.
build a house.
Are you missing the point here? The prompt is the prompt is right there.
The only point thus far is found atop your fucking dome. Right?
No, the point that I'm making is that men
The
protect
point
women
is
from
atop
nature.
your fucking dome. I'm talking. You don't talk over me. Come on. So seriously.
Bro,
Oh, wait. You retarded fuck ass feminists. For the past several seconds, you were talking over him. But now you want to cry, bitch, and complain about him talking over you? In fact, it was just you either, ma'am. Your whole entire clique was talking over him. But here you are complaining about him talking over you. If you don't shut your contradicting ass up forever. Let's continue.
Seriously.
grow up.
You're not
Stop
that
lying.
dude.
Stop lying.
You're not that fucking dude either.
Stop
so
whining.
How the fuck are you gonna ride the backs of the better men that came before you.
Ma'am,
Like,
it
you're
says
just
men,
using
not
the same
me.
tools we are, little fella.
It says
You're
men,
just
not
doing the
me.
same shit we are.
Little fella. You see, now you got retarded fucks getting mad because we say men think logically, women think emotionally. And which of course now it's on full display. He's trying to make a point. She wants to turn around and call Poor Man Podcast a little man. So he's making a point. She has to use shaming and ad hominem attacks, all because she cannot refute his point. Now, fellas, just imagine the red pillars start invading these feminist spaces. No, before y'all start bitching and complaining, keep in mind, these are the same feminists who thinks it's okay to go invade red pill space, manosphere space, straight up infiltrating red pill and manosphere spaces. But the moment the red pill goes up into their space, oh, they can't take it. Yeah, I know. Let's continue.
We are. You're no better qualified to do any of this. But the difference between you and I is that I'm intellectual and I am understanding of a lot of things. I actually have the best engineering mind in my fucking family. So what the fuck are you yapping about? I do not need a man. I am fine. You, however, appear to really fucking need him because you can't build a house. You can't repair a house.
Yeah, just
Well, congratulations, ma'am. You're the exception of the rule. Yes, ma'am. You're the exception to the rule versus the vast majority. The vast majority. You're that one exception, which changes nothing. But again, they trying to fight facts with feelings. Let's continue.
just because you meet me doesn't mean you're making a
little
point.
guy.
And I bet you rent.
Yeah, no, I don't mind. But just I did need the guys to help to build it for me. Yeah, the prompt isn't do women need me. The prompt is do women need men. Yeah, that's fine. We all need each other in society. That's the whole point.
So you need to elevate to use those tools, buddy. You need to get on their level because I did.
No, because I can outsource it to those gentlemen who are willing to do the job. But I wouldn't.
Now pay close attention. This is the same retarded fuck ass feminist crying, bitching, and complaining about Poor Man Podcast talking over her. But look who's talking over who. I swear to God, these feminists cannot hide their own hypocrisy. They cannot hide their own contradictions. Let's continue.
A weak man.
I'm not a weak man, but the point that you're just trying to.
I'm going to need you to say I'm a weak man.
You're just trying to use shaming tactics and mute me. This is feminist BS. You're just trying to mute me and use shaming tactics.
Can I ask him?
You're not making a point.
You're just loud. You're just loud and angry.
Sure.
Oh, now he's loud and angry. Now he's loud and angry. So why, so dumb feminist, why hasn't he raised his voice? Why he's talking in a calm manner? And what's even more of an embarrassment for you dumb feminists? Not once did Poor Man Podcast called any of these feminists out of their name. But somehow he's angry. Let's continue.
Sure. Stop shaming. Make a point.
I have a question. Will you protect us from tsunamis?
Men build infrastructure that attempts to protect society from tsunamis, yes. From hurricanes, too. The way people build buildings to protect from earthquakes, absolutely. All of these things, yes.
No, I want you to I want you to throw your body in front of me in case of a tsunami.
Yeah, but protection is
Okay. Her retarded fuck ass logic is something to behold. But wait, but wait, isn't she contradicting what they have said? So, ma'am, make your retarded fuck ass logic make sense here. You don't need a man, but now you need a man to throw himself in front of you to protect you from a fucking tsunami? Oh, so you need a man to jump in front of you to protect you from a huge fucking ass tsunami. As if one man can stop a natural disaster. Us, man, oftentimes I have to ask myself, does these feminists hear themselves talk? Apparently not. Apparently not. Uh, apparently not, or else they will understand just how fucking retarded they sound. But let's continue.
Protection isn't just throwing my body in front
On
of
his
you.
gravestone, it said,
It's building infrastructure. That's what protection
built
is.
things. Love hammer. Hammer hit hard. Men hard hammer hitters. Women need hammer hard hitters.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, where the hell is she going with this? Men hit hammers, need women, and then hammers. What is your point, ma'am? Let's continue.
In simple
With
terms, yes.
everything,
Yes,
when you're
absolutely.
also with the hammer, everything looks like a nail. So
You're
this-
making my
like,
point.
so-
That goes down in history as hammer hitter.
Yes, yeah. The hammer hitter that built society that allows you to be on the cell phone having this silly conversation.
Facts.
Oh, hey,
Facts.
do you know who Hedy Lamarr is?
Oh, we're gonna talk about Wi-Fi and blah. Silly.
Oh, so then you are familiar with
that's a
Hedy Lamarr.
concession.
Yeah, but women didn't invent Wi-Fi. This is silly.
Yes, she did.
No, she didn't. No, she didn't.
While several individuals and organizations contributed to the development of Wi-Fi, Vic Hayes is often credited as the father of Wi-Fi. He led the IEEE 802.11 working group that established the standards for Wi-Fi. Hedy Lamarr also made a significant contribution developing the frequency hopping technology, a key component of Wi-Fi, along with George Antel. But listen to these dumb feminists. They'll have you believe that it was Hedy Lamarr that made the Wi-Fi. Come on, you retarded fuck ass feminists. Don't think we don't go back and fact check this shit. Let's continue.
No,
But
she didn't.
the wireless technology.
No, she
for
didn't.
single jumping.
Nope.
Yes, she
Nope.
Hey, what's the point that you're making? You still need men to uphold everything. Even the innovation that came, the technology that she used to, even if that is true, make what she made came from men
Do you
before
know
her.
that a woman created the first home security system? And
Yeah,
a woman
okay,
created
you're talking about
the
looks.
first-
You're talking about individual instances maybe that exist, and I'm not even going to look them up because it doesn't
They
matter.
do.
99% of all innovation
Hold
comes
on
from
a
men.
second. Wait,
Calm
hold on a
down.
second. Hold on a second.
Your argument is silly.
You're gonna minimize
down.
women's accomplishments, but then men get all the.
Hey, cat lady from The Simpsons. Look what you're doing. Look what you're doing. You're trying to minimize the man who created Wi-Fi because you want the inventor to be a woman so bad. But you're crying and bitching about Poor Man Podcast minimizing women. Again, the contradictions are oh so real. Let's continue.
You're minimizing
Their
men's
fucking
accomplishments.
But
That's the
when
whole
women
problem.
do something that
See, they're just
you
gonna
use
need
on a
me.
daily basis,
They're
you're
not
gonna
really gonna
minimize
make
it and
points.
then still attribute it to a man. What the fuck is wrong with you?
The whole
He's
prompt is you
inadequate.
trying to minimize men. What are you
He's
talking about?
screaming his inadequate. He's puking his inadequate.
No, I'm saying that 90.
Oh, listen to the triggeredness. No, fellas, listen to the butthurt and triggeredness coming from these feminists because they get in school by a red pillar. But wait, I thought red pillars are weak and sad, but yet they're the ones so butthurt and triggered over facts, which their feelings cannot beat, cannot refute. Let's continue.
99% of innovation comes from men. So you're pointing out
Okay, so
individual
we're gonna do-
interests, but the
Okay,
prompt is
stop
do you
on
make
getting
men?
yourself. Can you show yourself? Can you just act like a grown adult, right? And just
Can you just make a point and stop whining and shaking
Why
and
don't
trying
you
to
follow
use...
some instructions?
Exactly.
Can you make a point, stop
Can
whining,
you just be quiet?
make a point, stop whining and tone
Are we just gonna
policing?
need to keep muting you like over and over again?
It's so emotional.
Because what we're gonna walk
yourself.
through. Yeah. Do you need to hear?
Says the dumb feminist trying to talk over people and talking over people, acting all butthurt and triggered over what's being said, as well as muting people. But he's the one emotional. Make the retarded logic make sense. Let's continue.
To hear like a list by women?
It's all shaming and tone policing. You're not making any points.
Wait, no, I'm not tone policing. I was just muting you. That was just silencing.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's...
The difference being, oh, I'm not tone policing. I'm just muting you. Then, ma'am, what you are doing is tone policing by muting. I thought these feminists are supposed to be so college educated, but they don't. But it's clear to see that they don't even know exactly what they are doing. Contradicts what they're crying, bitching, and complaining about. Oh, I'm not tone policing. I'm just muting. Then you're tone policing. Bottom line. Let's continue.
That's probably even worse. I'm talking about, do women need men? Yes, women need men. To make any assumptions outside of that is
Hey,
silly.
listen, sir, you're like really crashing out and getting really emotional.
No, I'm not. This is content for
Listen,
me.
listen, eyes on me. 1, 2,
This is a
3.
silly game, but you're not. But
Yet you, ma'am, are the one getting triggered. You're the one, ma'am, acting all emotional, all butthurt. You, ma'am, are up in your feelings over what's being said. But you trying to make it seem like Poor Man Podcast is the one that's crashing out. God damn it, you can't make this shit up. Let's continue.
But the problem is you're not making any points. You're not.
Take a deep breath.
We're not in school, man. We're not in school. This is the real world. This is the real world. Make a point. Make a point.
Okay, so in this world, women's voices are elevated and yours are shoved.
Yeah, this is it. This is going to make.
What world are you from, ma'am? What imaginary Delulu world you're from? In this world, women's voices are elevated and men's voices are shut off. In other words, y'all could dish it out, but you can't take it. But y'all the same ones crying about how y'all being suppressed. Again, make the retarded logic make sense. Let's continue.
This is a man's platform. Stop whining. Make your point.
Okay, how many seconds
Make
do
your
we
point.
How many seconds do you
Make
need to
your
get
point to a teacher.
If we give you 30 seconds, will you
Make your point to a teacher. Explain to me how
Okay,
women
I'm gonna
don't
start
need
my
men.
timer.
You're making the claim.
Okay,
Look,
ready?
They're just muting.
Okay, we're gonna unmute you and you've got 30 seconds to just puke it all
Oh, we're gonna unmute you, but we're not tone policing.
up, man. Just like tell us. Ready? Okay.
TikTok friendly words, go.
Go.
Okay, you're making the claim that women don't need men, yet you have not made a point as to how women do not need men. Make the point. This is all shaming, silly tactics to try to elude from getting to the point. You're insulting me right when I came on for no reason. Just make the point. Make a point. A solid argument for how women could uphold the infrastructure that men have created to protect women and society.
Yeah, so again, women are completely capable of doing these things. And if men weren't around to inhibit them, they would just do it. And you don't have any proof to suggest that they wouldn't. And as a matter of fact, all I have is proof to show you that women have stepped up and they have done these things.
Okay, show me one example.
So why you haven't showed all these examples, ma'am? All you did was just whine, cry, bitch, and moan. And yet not a single example was made. Let's continue.
Example of women building a society. Of women building a society, show me creating a political state. Show me one example.
We've got Heidi Lamar, Mary Anderson, Stephanie Kwolek, Grace Hopper, Nancy Johnson. I can open. Do you want to talk about that?
I'm talking about a point where women were exclusively creating their own societies without men building the infrastructure. It's never happened, and it never will because women need men.
I mean, there are.
No, there aren't. No, there are not. You're making that up.
You don't think?
Straight up.
No.
Straight up.
No. No.
Stop it. One answer is enough. You can stop throwing up words.
Yeah,
Are you asking for a place on earth where men don't exist? I'm confused.
No, I'm asking you for a time or an instance. Women were able to build a society, build a political sphere around it, and aid protection in that society and sustainability and maintenance.
Yeah, so in the Western Hemisphere, or in the Western world, right, like in the Western civilizations, right, we understand that we're ruled underneath.
God damn. It's a simple answer. It's a simple answer. Why is it so hard to answer the question, ma'am? Let's continue.
Underneath the patriarchy. So that's kind of what we're talking about,
yes,
right?
But the whole point is if women were so much better, then they wouldn't have to be ruled under the patriarchy.
Facts.
Right. So men have ruled this through threat of, not because they're smarter or because they're greater. They've ruled this way through threat of violence.
Yeah, but what is that? But how does that demonstrate how women don't need men?
Well, if there was not a threat of violence, then women would be able to the reason women aren't getting into these positions is because men rule by power dominance and they rule by threat of violence.
Yeah,
they don't rule by community. They don't rule by in a patriarchy there is a leader, right? In a matriarchy everybody has their roles.
No, in matriarchies there's still a leader.
Where? Can you tell me?
Well, the leader would be the matriarch. They're still higher.
I'm just face palming right now. Did she really try to make it seem like the matriarchy don't have a leader? At this point, each and every matriarchy should be face palming right now after what she just said. Let's continue.
Still hierarchy. Society requires hierarchy.
Egalitarian than patriarchies. They're still more egalitarian than patriarchies.
Yeah, you can make that point.
Stop talking. Seriously.
Yeah, you just make the point.
Yeah.
Stop talking. Stop talking. You're hurting my feelings. I can't take it no more.
God.
Yeah, because you're wrong. You're losing.
I'm not wrong. You're
getting cooked. This is bad for you.
Because your mouth.
Ma'am, if you was not wrong, then you wouldn't be telling somebody to be quiet. And this is how you know these dumb feminists are losing their damn argument. When it gets down to a point where you're having a debate and you gotta tell someone to be quiet because you cannot refute their point, then at this point you have lost already. Let's continue.
Because your mouth is running.
This is bad for you.
I have some follow-up questions. Do you think because Black people weren't given credit for inventions that they had Like,
Oh my Lord.
that they had no place in building the infrastructure in the United States.
Now look who needs to have several seats and shut the fuck up forever. Now she's trying to get race involved. Instead of answering a simple question, now she's trying to get race involved. You see, this is the reason why these feminists are now losing. And to be honest, I don't even want to go any further with this. Because I fear, because I'm starting to lose brain cells just listening to these dumb feminists and their emotional logic, all up in their feelings, being all butthurt and triggered because a red pillar decided to debate them, and now they're in their woe is me bullshit. And I mean, and keep this in mind. Poor Man Podcast did not raise his voice, did not yell, did not scream, did not call any of these women out of their names. But look at all these dumb feminists sitting there trying to be as victims as they can. But keep in mind, these are the same dumb feminists claiming that red pillars are weak and sad. But look how they got Poor Man Podcast, a red pillar, got them all bent out of shape, got them feeling a certain kind of way, got them all up in their feelings and emotions. So who's really weak and sad in this debate right here? And yeah, I'm going to stop it here. And yes, shout out to Poor Man Podcast. If y'all want to watch this full video in its entirety, I'll leave the link in the comment section. Go check him out. Tell him JD Mouse sent you. And to think, fellas, these are the same feminists who always wants to be in the red pill space, the manosphere space, and all these male spaces. But at the moment, a red pillar goes into the feminist space and completely destroys them with facts. What they do, they whine, cry, bitch, and moan in their feelings because they cannot refute those facts out the gate. But nevertheless, I said what I had to say. I'm done with this shit show, and I'm out this bitch. Later.